fish on and a bite on the other rod. Carnage. Well then, it's Christmas Day and I'm off fishing. The time is 8:25. High tide in Llandudno is around midnight. Now, you might be thinking, why has he got to go fishing Christmas Day? Well, let me explain. I was up at 6 o'clock with the kids. I had a cracking day, big roast dinner. All I've done is put games together and pack stuff away all day. I had my dinner about 2 o'clock. We don't do turkey. None of us can stand turkey. I find it a dry meat. But anyway, that's about what I've had for dinner. Well, we had a leg of lamb, gammon and everything. Fell asleep about 3 o'clock. Well, we all did really. Woke up about 7:30. I was like, oh, I'm not going to sleep tonight now. The kids have just got up about 8:15. We'll probably be up all night playing all the new stuff in the bedroom, new whatever. I've got loads of stuff. And the missus said to me, what you up to later? She knows I ain't to go fishing, so I tied some rigs earlier as well. And she knew it was an high tide about midnight tonight because I spoke to her. And she goes, well, I've got a few programmes of EastEnders to watch. I've got some stuff on demand on CARNAGE to watch. I've got like 3 or 4 hours of programmes if you want to go out for a few hours. And I'm like, the moment she said it, now I can probably fish for the next, well, I can fish from about half hour's time for the next 3 hours at Llandudno. Now, the weather is horrendous, okay? We've got torrential rain coming. The wind and the rain is bad now. It switches to a northerly wind, 40-mile-an-hour gusts. Everybody thinks I'm nuts, okay? But I don't do nothing else. Do you know what I mean? Every time I go out, I don't go out doing nothing else. I just fish and work. That's all I do. Fishing when I'm out or working at home. I was like, you know what? The kids are going off and let the wife have a few hours peace on the sofa watching her stuff. I'm going to come out. Now, I've set a mission to myself, wanting a cod by Christmas. There's about 3.5, 4 hours of Christmas left. And this mission is not over yet. I'll show you all the gear when we get there. But, yeah, let's see how it goes. You will only be seeing this video if I catch a fish. I can promise you now, if it's a blank, you won't be seeing this video. So if you're watching this now, I've caught something. Fingers crossed, yeah. See you when we get to Llandudno. Well, Santa brought me a new rod case for my pens, save damage in them. And this bad boy. Wanted this for ages. Nice. But yeah, I love that. That's for me pen rods because I'm sick of chucking them in and out the car. I'll tell you what, people, I know you can't see a lot. It looks nice here. Funny enough, nobody's here. But I'm sure you could have guessed that. Right, I'm going to get the gear out the car. And we're going to chuck a couple up by the pier. Bosh on crab baits. Let's go. So the rods are ready to go in. The wind's picking up. The swell's coming in. I've got a pulley rig on both. This is a double lock. Plenty of crab in there. Plenty of goodness. On a 6-ounce lead on a pulley. This is a single hook on this one. What I've done is I've threaded the hook for the middle of the bait at the top first. And pulled it out the side and wrapped it on. So sometimes I think the hook at the top can, I don't know, I just don't like the look of it sometimes, but the goodness in there, there's 4 peeler crabs in there. So the baits are looking good, everything's looking good. I'm going to cast these in now, bosh, and I'm going to set the tripod and the camera up inside the car looking out the window because we've got some horrendous weather. But I'm grateful that it's held off for at least for me to get set up. We've got about 2 hours fishing, 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, look at the goodness in these though. Look at the goodness in these. Oh. If there's anything decent about any cod or bass or anything, surely people. So yeah, I'll get these out. I'll set the camera up somewhere here on the rod tips, and all we can do is try. That is all we can do. We're out tomorrow night. Me, Mike, and Joe. We're off tomorrow afternoon. Boxing Day, we're off out. By the time you see this video, while you're watching this, we'll probably already be on our way to the next trip. We're going to the end of Holyhead Breakwater. 3 of us, 2 rods each. Till 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So the next video we should have fish. But yeah, this is just like a get out for a couple hours, but you just never know, do you? And the rain has started before I got the rods in, but luckily I'm set up now. This is my setup for today. I'm going to be filming from out the window. Phone there is nothing out apart from my rod, so I'm going to be sat in the car there with a flask of tea. Everything's locked up and dry. Simple fishing as you like. It can throw whatever weather it wants at me, because you'll be seeing my rods from this angle there, and I'll be sat in the car with the door open ready for a quick exit. But we're going to get them in now because I'm doing it again. I'm blabbering. Right, a lot of people ask me stupid bloody questions. No, I'm joking, that's a song. What rods I use and that. So these are them. It gets asked on every video, even though I show it, and I don't like keep showing the gear. So I'm into showing gear and stuff and marketing stuff. I just wanted to fishing, but this is what they are. The Pen Prevails 15-foot rods. I absolutely love them. And the rods, the reels I use are Shimano Beastmasters, kitted out with £25 a day with sensor line. These I absolutely love these rods. The grips, even down to the bottom of the handle. And the lights I use on the end are Rig Sharks from rigshark.co.uk. So that's the setup I use. It gets asked every video, but they are amazing bits of kit. They're about, I think they're about 130 a rod, something like that. That was when I got them anyway. But yeah, pen prevails. Them reels, I think, just sit on them lovely. Get anything in. But yeah, right. I'm blabbing. Let's get the rods in. See you in a bit. That's the first rod in. Let's get this second rod in. I've got something about that crab bait. I think that could be the one. Come on, me baby. Rods are in. Hopefully that camera angle's good enough for you all. Hopefully the sound is good. What did you have for Christmas then? Anything nice? Any good fishing gear? Post your comments below. I had that rod bag and a few other bits and that. I got my birthday on the 29th in literally 4 days as well. I might be getting some stuff there. I think I'm after the new LED lenses for my birthday and some stuff. What did you all get then? Post your comments below, because I'm going to get my brew from out the back, my flask. I'm going to sit in the front and have a cup of tea. And, oh yeah, if anything happens, you'll see, and I'll see, and we'll pull it in. There's a lot of wind about tonight, so you might see a load of little, what's happening now? They're not bites. The reason you can't hear the wind on there is because I'm filming from inside the car, so it blocks all the wind out. It actually makes for a really good quality video. With that light set up there and the car blocking the sound out, it's it'll be a quality blank. And I'm here brew, and yeah, hopefully something will give people. I really hope it does. I'm trying. I've tied loads of rigs and that, got all the right baits. Well, be a lovely way to end Christmas, yeah. Cheers. Here comes the rain. It's ideal, to be fair, because the wind's blowing that way. So the wind, obviously none of it's blowing in from the window, so it's good really, but I do think this is a southerly wind now. I think in another hour or so's time, it's got to turn to a northerly, and that's when it's got to get heavy. So it don't look that bad now, but in an hour's time, this could be smashing into us torrential. But it's more just about getting out and saying Merry Christmas, really. What's everybody had? Tomorrow's going to be our big session. We're after congers. We're after everything really tomorrow. The wrasse, the cod. We're going to put the effort in tomorrow. We've got about probably about a 12-hour session. 3 of us, 2 rods each. A few hours on the road. So, you know, the next video will be a big one. This is just see if we can grab a fish, yeah. It's always when you turn your back, yeah. It's like the fish are watching you. Imagine if it happens on Christmas Day. Oh, that was a bite on that one then. I think it was a bite anyway, I don't know. I just turned around and caught a little bounce. Might have got that wrong, could have been wind. But imagine if it happens on Christmas Day. There you go, Gamekeeper John, Merry Christmas. Still quite shallow here, to be fair. The water's only just started coming to the bottom of the wall. It's got about 2 hours till high, so it's still gonna, you know, the best fishing could be in an hour or two's time. Getting a few of these bites, could well be whiting, not gonna lie. I'll switch to a smaller rig in a bit if need be and see what's going on out there. So I am fishing quite big baits to try and avoid the whiting. But I might put a little rig on, see what's out there. I don't know. We'll give it an hour like this with big fish rods, and we'll see where it takes us, eh? Well, I had a bite, yeah. Nothing on there. What the hell's going on there? Look. Oh, sugar. Right. It's real fishing. Right, keep an eye on that rod while I rebait this. It's a bit better, isn't it? I don't know what happened on that last one when it come in. Right, let's whop this back out. Right, check the other rod now. We had a few little bites and that on it. Yeah, there's stuff down there smashing my baits. Sometimes you don't use a lot of bait when you're fishing. Tonight, I'm going to use a lot of bait. I can tell you that now. Well, we'll just be consistent, keep getting it in and out, see what happens in it. We'll give 10-10 effort into it. Probably get 0 reward, but we'll put 10-10 effort in, yeah. Tell you what, there's a horrible smell round here. Something's dead somewhere. Seal or a fish or something. You can smell it. It's like, you know, rot. I've had a little look up and down the rocks with a torch because, you never know what's there, do you? Can't see anything, but you can smell it. The wind's coming that way, so I'm guessing it's somewhere down there. But I've been over with a torch and I've had 10 or 15 minutes looking all around the rocks. Can't see it. Absolutely stinks. But anyway, plenty of bites, but obviously the size of the baits and the hooks I've got on, I'm not going to catch. If they are whiting, which I'm predicting, I ain't going to be catching them. Well, I wouldn't have thought. I'm holding out for a bigger fish, but I might switch off in a bit. I might switch off and put something smaller on, but plenty of little bites and that. And I know the cod will eat the whitings. We've had it here before where we've been reeling a whiting and the cod smashed it at the bottom. A good cod, decent cod. That was last winter that was. High up. Bite on that one. Pick the whiting. You never know, do you? Could get that little codling come along and go. Don't know what to do. I'm getting loads of action. Obviously, it's not the fish I want, because the fish I want would swallow it if it was any codling around. Even a little codling's got a big mouth, you know what I mean? But I know if I put a little rig on, I'll probably have some action. Maybe there could be some small codling out there. So I've had little ones from here before. I mean, little codling, like whiting size. So I think I've just answered my own question. If there are any small codling, sort of undersized, obviously I'm not keeping them. I don't even eat fish, to be fair. But I think I'm going to put a little rig on one rod to see if there is any smaller codling out there, or if they're whiting. And it'll also save me a lot of money in bait, because I'm putting a new bait on each one every 10 minutes. I'm putting 2 or 3 peeler crabs in each bait, you know, and they're £1 odd a crab, aren't they? Spending about a tenner an hour in bait here with 2 big rods out, so I need to reduce that cost. Let's see what's out there then. Got a 2-hook flapper, bit of mackerel on the top, a bit of squid on the bottom. That's going to be the right rod. The left rod I'm going to leave out and keep putting big sausage baits out all night in case something comes along. We're going to have an hour on the bit basher. Watch this catch a big fish now. You know what I mean? My mate Donk told me something the other day in a message. You can always catch big fish on small baits, but you can never catch the small fish on big baits. And the more I thought about it, the more it's right. Just because you're putting a small bait out, don't mean you're going to catch small fish, you know what I mean? But it means that the small fish will probably nail it and you'll catch a small fish. Let's get it out. And again. Fish on.
Looking back at the footage here, it's hard for you, the viewer, to see these bites because the camera is directly behind the rods. When the rods are bending and I'm getting a bounce, all you can see is a slight bit of movement. So next time, I'll have the camera more to the side.
And it's my mate, the whiting. If they're here, I reckon the cod could be here, because the cod will eat these. Yeah, fish is a fish, people, you know me. Happy with that. That's the first fish I've caught in the last couple of sessions, that is. Alright, let's get him back. Bite on both rods, Carnage here. Fish on and a bite on the other rod, Carnage. Another one bites the dust. Got a mouth on it, big mouth on it. High up, high up, high up. Oh, we got flashing lights, disco. Here we go. Wallop. Fish on. So what, these little whiting are perfect baits, you know, to be fair, but I've got no need for them. This size. Do keep checking that one of them don't come along and be a little codling, but nope. They are the perfect little live baits. Stunning little fish though, isn't it? Right, I've got 2 rods out the water. That's when you know the fishing's good. Bloody love it. Bloody love it. Merry Christmas. Bloody hell, that's away again. Oh, smashed me head in off the side of the car. Ah, you gotta have a laugh at you. I was just checking the time on my phone. I've spun around, found a bite and gone wallop at the side of my head. That's a fish on. Fish on. That's just what I need as well for bait, that one, to cut some little slivers up to catch more whiting. As I say, I don't take them unless I need them, but that's going to make me about 20 or 30 little baits to catch more whiting, which is perfecto, perfecto.
Just watch how quick this weather front changes now. I like to spread a bit of awareness here, so everybody knows me. Safety first and all that when fishing. Within about 2 minutes, we went from calm, southerly winds, fishing perfect, to literally not being able to stand up and a swell on the sea, which would have took boats over. So you should always respect the water and just realise how quick the weather can turn. If you was down on an estuary or out in a kayak or on the end of the pier or anything when this weather come in, it would have been extremely dangerous. So always be aware of your surroundings and just realise how quick the weather can change, because, well, just watch what happened over the next few minutes. I couldn't quite believe it myself. I could hardly stand. The rods wouldn't stay up. The car was rocking and, well, just see what happened. This is carnage. Hence why the video is called Carnage.
Weather's taking a massive turn now. There's just been a gust of wind come and it's just gone whoop. We've only got about an hour left anyway, so I'm just going to fish hard and deal with it for the next hour. Fish it up to high water, leave at midnight. Some big swells pumping through now as well. Look at the wind. The swells have just come blasting in. It's a big northerly coming in now. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, it's pulling my rod all the way down there.